Hi class, how are you? I'm Emily Thomas. Today I decided to teach you guys how to bake brownies. According to the OTPF, the areas of occupation involved with baking brownies would be instrumental activities of daily living. So IADLS's because it's cooking and it's meal preparation and cleanup. I chose to bake brownies for you guys because I work at a daycare Monday through Friday, and every Friday I bring in a treat, and most of the time I bake goods, so most of the time it's brownies, and I figured why not teach you guys something I like. It also makes the kids happy, so that's why I chose to do it. I'm gonna basically walk you through how to bake a brownie. First off, I had to buy all my ingredients. I bought them at the store. I collected them all and organized them so they're ready to prepare for you guys. I'm gonna mix all my ingredients together. Gonna stick them in the oven, cook them, and then they're ready to eat. Okay, I'm gonna now show you guys all the ingredients. So I bought brownie mix. I have a gluten allergy, so it's gluten free. I have 2 eggs. I have 1/4 of butter. I have my measuring bowl. I have my mixing bowl, and I have my spoon or spatula to mix everything with. I have my pan right now in the oven, which I'll take out in a second, and then we're gonna start the steps of baking brownies. Okay, we're gonna follow the instructions. First, we're gonna heat the oven to 350 or 325. Then we're going to add all of our ingredients to the mixing bowl. So the butter and the eggs and the brownie mix all together in the mixing bowl. This recommends that I melt the butter, so I'm going to do as it says. I'm going to stick my butter in my measuring bowl and then microwave it for not that long, so it's already pretty soft. 15 seconds. Okay, I'm then going to crack my eggs open. Okay, so I've been mixing the brownie mix. I'm going to keep mixing it for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to pour it in my pan. Working with gluten-free brownies, it's not always going to be as smooth as regular brownie mix. It's kind of like a thicker substance. Okay, I'm then going to pour the substance into this pan. It's a non-grease pan, so I didn't have to grease it. Now that I have the mixture in the pan, I'm going to reread my directions, make sure I have everything in there, everything set, and then the box says for the pan size, I should cook them for 25 minutes. So I'm going to give them a good little tap, just so it's all even, and then I stick them in the oven. I stick them in the oven, and now I'm just going to set my timer. Hello. So So I observed some clients who had Alzheimer's and weren't comfortable cooking in the kitchen anymore because they'd start an activity and they'd forget or they weren't sure where the ingredients were. So one way to modify this activity of baking brownies would be to buy already pre-made brownies. These are fun and decorated because if I was to modify this for the kids at the daycare, I let them decorate the cupcakes with their own icing and sprinkles, and these ones are already decorated. Another way to modify the aspect of making brownies and the whole activity itself would be to organize your pantry with the shelves and labeling. I find that's one thing that could help with somebody with Alzheimer's if they were unsure if they were in their kitchen, they weren't sure where they were putting stuff back. This would keep them organized. Another modification you could do to this activity would be to enlarge the ingredients and the activity and the steps of the activity. I know I live with my grandmother and she oftentimes is asking me to read things for her. So you could enlarge it like so, like I have on my iPad. And one more thing I was thinking we could do for this activity is I want to work with kids and when I'm an occupational therapist and having worked with kids in the daycare, baking to them is also like a great activity. I know for my niece, I've taught her how to make guacamole, we make cereal in the morning, we make oatmeal, and she loves it. We go through all the ingredients, so she's learning new vocabulary. She's using her hands, we're mixing, so it's working on like her cognitive skills, her fine motor skills, her morals and values, because we're teaching her, okay, we have to wash our hands before I cook, we have to wash our hands after we cook, we have to clean up our dishes because we can't have dirty utensils in the kitchen. So there's lots of different ways that you can incorporate this activity to like all different settings. Another thing you can do to work with kids with like the fine motor and the cognitive skills would be like the decorating. So if you would have cookies or cupcakes, you can let them decorate it so they could be creative. Let them use your hands to touch different textures. You could also let them use their hands to mix the brownie mix if they're clean, so you can go over like washing hand procedures and things like that. But there's lots of different ways to modify this activity or this occupation, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.